I don't need more books. Why am I doing this? Hey guys, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and I'm going to use my TBR game to decide what books I want to buy. Okay, so quick context. It is Mother's Day weekend. I hate Mother's Day. It is very painful for me. Yeah, and I don't need to go into a whole description of why, because I'll cry, and I just don't want to. This weekend is supposed to be a time for me to be selfish, to not think about bad things. So, anyway, I got this idea from Cody at Cody's Book Corner. She has a great TBR game with like a wheel of TBR that she made, and like, it's just a fun TBR game. And one time she used it to help her pick or generate some prompts for books that she had to buy. So I'm going to do the same thing using my usual TBR game, which is G's game, G from Book Roast, of TBR Ratar. So we're going to go out to the living room here in a minute and do the rolling on the desk. Here's the extra challenge, though. This weekend, I'm going to be in the city of Rock Springs, Wyoming. There is one actual bookstore there, and it's tiny. So can I find the books that come up in the prompts? Now, there are a couple of fail-safes in case I can't find anything at this bookstore, which is called Sidekicks. It's really cute. So if I can't find the books that I need at Sidekicks, there is Goodwill, which would have obviously used books. There is another secondhand bookstore that I can't remember the name of right now, but I know where it is. And then there's also Walmart, which has a book section. So let's go get some prompts for book shopping, and we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so the game board is set up. Ron is right here where we left off with the last TBR game. And I think what I'm going to try to do is do 5 rolls, and then when I'm shopping, if my goal can be to try to find at least 3 of the 5 things that I have rolled or the game has given me. Does that make sense? Alright, so let's start off. Ronald, give me some good energy. 3. 1. Am I going the right way? Yeah. No. This way. 1, 2, 3. Element triangles. Alright, I'm going to need to generate a number and then use that to pick an element to work with. And my camera battery is about to die, so let me go get my iPad and my camera cord, and I'll be right back. Alright, so for element triangles, I need to randomly choose an element, and that element will tell me what genre I need to find a book in. And I found a random element generator here, and this isn't just going to use earth, fire, air, and water, but I can generate it until I get something that could represent one of those 4 things. So I want to randomize 1 element, and we're going to hit that button. Dream. No. Earth. Okay, there we go. Alright, so Earth, according to G's rules, is to read a contemporary. That's perfect for getting ready for summertime. That should be no problem being able to find a contemporary in the bookstore. Let's go for roll number 2. 3. I always have to check and make sure I'm moving in the right direction. 1, 2, 3. Have some. These words are so tiny. Have some patience, nephew. Uh-oh. That sounds dangerous. Okay, so normally this would be great for a TBR video, but it says, don't run to the books you've just got and read one you've had for forever and still haven't read. Since I'm going book shopping with these prompts, that's not going to be helpful. So I think what I'll do for this is just roll again and get something else. So roll 2, take 2. Scoop the dice. 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Pick a card. Alright. Pull this one. Roku. Read a book with a dragon on the cover or in the title. Ooh. I'm making myself a little shopping list right here, and I have really bad handwriting, so you don't want to see it, but in case you were wondering what I'm doing between rolls, just making a list. Alrighty, roll number 3. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick another card. Let's pull from the middle. Let's pull this one. Flameo Hot Man, read a steamy novel. Roll number 4. 1. The Eclipse. Oh, and I have to go slide on this arrow here, and then also go backward 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Cabbage Pot. Okay, well, I can't really draw from the Cabbage Pot because, again, we're shopping, not picking books to read. So, I guess I'll just roll again, like I did with the other one that didn't work. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Re-roll. I'm getting a lot of rolls in today. 3. 1, 2, 3. Pick a card. Unagi. Salmon skin roll. I haven't watched that episode of Friends in forever. Okay, what does this say? A book that has both a U and an I in the title. Oh gosh. Alright, roll 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick a card. Give me something good. Appa. Clouds on the cover or in the title. Okay, so that means that as we go book shopping, I'm going to be looking for at least 3 of the 5 of the following things. 1, a contemporary. 2, dragon on the cover or in the title. 3, a steamy novel. 4, has the letter U and the letter I in the title. And number 5, has clouds on the cover or in the title. Hey, what's up? We're in the car. I realized that I hadn't filmed anything for like setting off on my trip, so it's the day after I did the rolls to get the prompts for the books to buy. As I said, I'm going to be trying to get at least 3 of the 5. Maybe I'll find all 5, who knows, because, you know, we're dealing with a small bookstore situation here. But I'm just ready to head out. I am going to be staying the night at a hotel there, so I might film some while I'm there. We'll just kind of see what happens, where the day takes us. Even though it's only an hour-ish away, like I said, I am staying the night. It's a long explanation, but basically I'm just trying to get away from home for Mother's Day weekend. So I'm going to head through the wild Wyoming wilderness. It's not really wilderness. I mean, it's like ranch lands, and get headed there, and I'll probably check in with you next when I reach the bookstore. I'm here. I'm sitting outside of Sidekick's Book and Wine Bar, which is the bookstore, and I noticed that there's a thrift shop just down the street that's open, and it's almost never open when I'm here in this town, so I think I'm going to hit up the thrift shop as well, and we'll check back with you in a little bit. Alright, so I just popped into Sidekicks and I got 4 books. I found 4. I didn't find a steamy read that looked good. Like, I don't know, that bookstore's so tiny, and they do have a romance section, but everything there was like, really just didn't sound interesting to me, and I just didn't go for it. But I'll show you what I did find. Alright, so for contemporary, I got Insta Boyfriend by Jen Atkinson. She is a Wyoming author, or at least she was on the Wyoming author bookshelf. When I get to my hotel, I'll tell you more about like each of these books where I can sit down and film a little bit more easily. I didn't film much in the store because the lady bookstore worker there was fine. Like, she didn't seem to have a problem, but there was a man that was working there and he kept glaring at me, and I was like, fine, I'll put the camera down, whatever. Like, it's gonna hurt their business to have someone, like, talk about the books they found there. Anyway, for the U and I in the title, I got 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. My student aid had has been reading this, and she keeps just going on and on about it, and she really wants me to read it. So I thought, okay, that will work, because we've got the U and the I and the word survive there. For the dragon on the cover, I got Dragon Legend. This is a sequel, but I do have the first one. And then for clouds, I got a book that I have been eyeing for a while, Children of Ragnarok. There are clouds right there. It's by Cinda Williams-Chima. And so that just leaves the Steamy Read. I'm going to pop into that thrift store and see if they have a book section. Maybe they've got Steamy Read, or maybe they've got some things I can craft with. Success! I found a Steamy Read. This is Wyoming Brides by Debbie Make-Homer. It's like 2 stories in one about falling in love with a cowboy. And since I'm in Wyoming and live in Wyoming, I thought, okay, this is suitable. It only cost me 25 cents for this book. And then $1.25 for 3 crochets. So we've got this pretty pink one. And then I've got 2 that are like a beigey color here. I can definitely do some crafting with these as well. Now, the rest of my day is going to look like this. I have a ticket to a 4:15 movie. I'm going to go see the new Priyanka Chopra movie with Sam Heughan, and I think Nick Jonas is in there too. Anyway, I'm going to go see that. I also want to hit up Walmart and the craft store, Joann's, because Janie and I are doing another junk journal swap, and we've picked our themes, and I have one specific item in mind that I really want to find. So I'll probably hit up those stores before I go see the movie, and then once I get to my hotel and get checked in and everything, I can go through further descriptions of those books with you, and we'll see what happens. Since I'm at Walmart, though, I should probably cruise by the book section and just see if there's something good, right? It would be silly not to. What did I just give myself permission to do? Well, I think we knew what was going to happen. I got 3 paperback contemporaries at Walmart. I got Ellie is Cool Now. I got Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. Spoiler alert. And again, I'll go through these in more detail. I did go into Joann's. I did not find the one thing I was looking for, but I went through their clearance section and found this guillotine style paper cutter for $9.97. That means it was cheaper than the other item I bought, which was a magazine. This is Somerset Studio, and it is a great journal for mixed media artists or junk journalers. Did I say it was a great journal? It's a great magazine. It has art journaling and a lot of like stuff like that. It also comes with some really nice quality artist papers you can use. For example, here is one of the artist papers that's just stuck in the magazine. You can tear right out and use it. So overall, I'm pleased with my purchases. I still have a little while before I can go check into the hotel because I got really excited and drove over here early. So I'm going to go find a way to kill some time, and I guess we'll see in a little while. Okay, I am sitting in a really awkward position, kind of hunched over. I found one thing that I could kind of like prop stuff up on in my hotel room window, so that I could get some light in here. So I just got out of the movie Love Again, and it was really cute. So Priyanka Chopra Jonas's character lost her boyfriend. He passed away, and 2 years later she starts sending texts to his phone number because she misses him, and a friend tells her, like, I lost my wife and I still talk to her. So she thinks, what the heck? And the person who has the number of her belated boyfriend's cell phone is Sam Heughan. He just was given a new work phone, and he's a writer, he's a music critic. This is all in New York City, and he's been assigned to do a profile piece on Celine Dion, and he kind of was like, she sings a lot of love songs, I don't believe in love anymore, blah, blah, blah. So, being that it's a romantic comedy, you can guess what's going to happen. It was just cute, though. Celine Dion was in it, played herself. Nick Jonas was also in it, and his character is hilarious and like hilariously stupid. But it was fun to see, like, because he and Priyanka Chopra are married in real life, so it was fun to see them like playing people who just did not get along. And it was just a fun movie. So if you need a good lighthearted romance, I would recommend going to see it. But I can now go through the books that I bought, like, individually and read the synopsis for you to give you a little bit more detail. So we'll come back to Insta Boyfriend by Jen Atkinson. It says, Dear Universe, if this man will follow my lead and pretend to be my boyfriend even for 5 minutes, I promise to never eat Oreos in the bathtub again. Iris McCoy has a problem. Her cousin is about to marry her pig-headed ex, which somehow possesses Iris to confess that she maybe sort of for sure has a boyfriend, which she doesn't in any way, shape, or form. Dean Cooper has a solution. Sure, Iris may not remember him, but he remembers her and would love to help out the girl who made 10th grade survivable. He'll be her boyfriend, her fake boyfriend, that is, and being a social media influencer, he has all sorts of ideas on how to make this lie 100% believable. Only as this fake relationship progresses, so does Dean's very real attraction to his once-upon-a-time friend. So who is Dean trying to convince of their perfect couple standing, Iris's family or Iris herself? So a fake dating trope, sounds like it'll be cute. The back of the book, right above the barcode, says clean romantic fiction. So, I mean, that's good. Granted, one of the other prompts will see it a steamy book, but I don't need all of my books to be steamy. Yeah, let's go to the next one. So what I'm going to do is, as I tell about each book, I'm going to add it to the stack that's holding up the camera, so maybe by the end of this I won't be like quite so hunched over. Yeah. Oh, and can I just like complain about something? So I got back to the hotel, and like when I'm in a city with restaurants that do DoorDash and stuff, it's kind of like a great luxury for me to like order dinner and not have to like cook it myself or like go to the restaurant because, you know, people. So I was gonna order from Old Chicago Tap Room, which is like this deep dish pizza place, and I was like kind of craving Italian food. They have a high volume of orders and aren't accepting orders at this time. That's okay. I found a different restaurant to order from. I don't need a fancy dinner, I just need dinner. Okay, let's go back to the books. 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. 8 hours, 6 friends, 5 survive. Red Kenny is on a road trip for spring break with 5 friends. Her best friend and her elder brother, his perfect girlfriend, a friend from school, and the guy Red wishes was more than a friend. But they won't make it to their destination. When their RV breaks down in the middle of nowhere with no cell service, they soon realize this is no accident. They have been trapped by someone out there in the dark, someone who clearly wants them dead. With 8 hours until dawn, the 6 friends must escape or figure out which of them is the target. But is there a liar among them? Buried secrets will be forced to light, and tensions inside the RV will reach deadly levels. Not all of them will survive the night. So this is the same author that wrote The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I still have not read. But there you go. Next is Dragon Legend. This is a sequel by Katie and Kevin Sang in the Dragon Realms series. And because it's a sequel, I'm not going to read the description on the dust jacket, but I will tell you that this series is about Billy, and he is 12 years old. He might be 11 in the first one, I'm not sure. But he is brought into the Dragon Realm, and I don't know that I can tell you much more than that. It's a middle grade series, it involves dragons, and it's cute. The last book that we got at Sidekicks is Children of Ragnarok by Cinda Williams-Chima. I have seen this around on like other people's haul videos and different things, and here's what it says. Since Ragnarok, the great war between the gods and forces of chaos, the human realm of the Midlands has become a desperate and dangerous place bereft of magic. 16-year-old Eric Halvorson is among the luckier ones. His family has remained prosperous, but he stands to lose everything when he's wrongly convicted by a rigged jury of murdering his mother and stepfather. Also at risk is Eric's half-sister Liv, who's under suspicion for her interest in satyr or magic. Then a powerful Jarl steps in. He will pay the blood price if Eric will lead a mission to the fabled temple at the Grove, the rich stronghold of the Weird Spinners, the last practitioners of sorcery. Spellsinger, musician, and runecaster Regin Eklund has spent her life performing at alehouses for the benefit of her master, Asgore, a fire demon she is desperate to escape. After one performance that amazes even herself, two weird spinners in the audience make Regin an irresistible offer: return with them to the temple to be trained in Satyr, forever free of Asgore. Eric's lives and Regan's journeys converge in New Jotunheim, a paradise fueled by magic at the side of the temple. They soon realize that great evil lurks beneath the dazzling surface, and that old betrayals and long-held grudges may fuel another cataclysmic war. It will require every gift and weapon at their command to prevent it. Okay, I'm not quite so hunched over. Here we've got Wyoming Brides. This is going to be my steamy novel. Again, it's 2 stories, Denim and Diamonds. Rancher Chase Brown has always loved Letty Ellison, but 9 years ago she left their small Wyoming town searching for a different kind of life. Now she's come home to Red Springs with her dreams in tatters and a 5-year-old child in tow. She's ready to trade the false glitter of Hollywood for the true happiness of being a rancher's wife. Chase's wife, but is it too late? And then the second one is called The Wyoming Kid. Rancher Lonnie Ellison is an ex-rodeo cowboy who's used to the adulation of women. So Lonnie must be Letty's brother. Anyway, that's something he doesn't get from Joy Fuller. In fact, they argue constantly. His sister Letty says it's because he's interested in Joy, and Lonnie figures she's right. Can he convince Joy that marriage to the Wyoming Kid will be as exciting as an 8-second bull ride and as sweet as the cookies she likes to bake? An 8-second bull ride might be exciting. It might not be. It depends on the quality of the bull ride. Rodeo girl. I can tell you more about that in another day because we don't have time for that. Alright, let's get to the books that I got at Walmart. I know I need to stop buying books. I can't help myself. Okay, so Ellie is cool now. I mentioned before it has kind of some vibes of Never Been Kissed. It says, TV writer Ellie Jenkins worked her butt off to put her nerdy outcast teen years behind her. So there's a certain delicious irony in that she works for a hit show about popular high school kids when she was so not cool. And now she's been offered the promotion of a lifetime if she attends her reunion. But Ellie's memory of high school hell isn't nearly as traumatic as the reality. So she's not Josie Grossi anymore. But does she want to go to the reunion? No one at the reunion is what Ellie expected. Not her ex-best friend who still has the ability to see right through Ellie, and not her secret crush who has only gotten hotter, sexier, and way more complicated. The only way she's going to survive this whole weird ordeal is by fixing her bad high school karma, kissing the boy who got away, and getting the hell out of Ohio for good. But Ellie's discovering that in real life she can't just rewrite the script. So, is it exactly like Never Been Kissed? No, because she's not going back undercover in high school. She's just going back to the high school reunion. So why exactly did I think of that movie? I don't know. Alright, Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. Bradley Graham is pretty much perfect. He's a star football player, manages his OCD well enough, and comes out on top in all his classes except the ones he shares with Celine Bangura. They used to be best friends until Brad decided he was too cool for the conspiracy theory-obsessed Celine and literally abandoned her for the popular kids' table. At least that's how Celine sees it. These days, Brad hates her guts and the feeling is mutual. So when Celine signs up for a 2-part survival course in the woods, she definitely doesn't expect to find Brad right beside her. Forced to work together for the chance to win the grand prize, Celine and Bradley must trudge through not just mud and dirt, but their messy past. As this adventure brings them closer, they start to remember all the good parts of their history, but has too much time passed or is just enough to spark a whole new kind of relationship. And finally, we have Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. Marcus Castor-Rupp has a secret. The world may know him as Aeneas, a star of the biggest show on television, but fanfiction readers call him something else. Book Aeneas would never. Marcus releases his frustrations with the show by writing and posting anonymous stories about the internet's favorite couple, Aeneas and Lavinia. But if anyone were to discover his online persona, he'd be finished in Hollywood. April Whittier has secrets of her own. A hardcore Lavinia fan, she's long hidden her fanfic and cosplay hobbies from her real life, but not anymore. When she dares to post her latest costume creation on Twitter, her plus-size take goes viral, and when Marcus asks her out to spite her internet critics, truth officially becomes stranger than fanfiction. On their date, Marcus quickly realizes he wants more from April than a one-time publicity stunt. Ah, so we have some connections forming here. But when he discovers she's unapologetic Lavinia Stan, his closest fandom friend, he has one more huge secret to keep from her. With love and Marcus's career on the line, can Marcus and April stop hiding once and for all, or will a match made in fandom end up prematurely canceled? That reminds me. When I was at the movie theater, you know, they have those ads that play before the movie starts, and there is a Comic-Con happening in the state of Wyoming this summer, in June. I haven't been to a Comic-Con since Salt Lake Comic-Con, which is called FanX. a few years ago, and I had some anxiety issues and missed out on my chance to meet Jeff Goldblum. Do I want to try that again, considering that I'll probably have anxiety issues again? I'm thinking about it anyway. I'll let you know what I decide when it comes to that. But for now, we've got 8 new books, 8 more than I needed, but it was fun to pick books based on the prompts that my TBR game generated. Speaking of which, I might be doing a little change up on the TBR game situation for the summer. So you'll see that pretty soon. And in the meantime, have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.